Welcome to the Cricket Quiz Club. Let's see if you can smash a perfect 100%. Take your best shot. Let's go. Don't forget to subscribe and share your score in the comments below. Today's challenge, 1950s Test Cricket. Question 1. Which West Indies batsman, one of the three Ws, scored most Test centuries in late 1940s to 50s? Everton Weekes. He was part of the three Ws and known for his run of centuries for West Indies in the late 1940s and 1950s. Question 2. Which West Indies off-spinner, with Alf Valentine, was key in 1950 England shock wins? Sonny Ramadhin. He and Alf Valentine led West Indies to their first Test series win in England in 1950. Question 3. Which England off-spinner took 19 wickets in the 1956 Old Trafford Test, a record match? Jim Laker. Laker took 19 wickets for 90 runs in the 1956 Ashes Test, a record that still stands. Question 4. Which England fast bowler, debuting in 1952, became the first to reach 300 Test wickets? Fred Trueman. Trueman was England's fiery pacer and the first bowler to claim 300 Test wickets. Question 5. Who was the England opening batsman with a pre-war Test record still central in early 1950s? Leonard Hutton. Hutton set a world record 364 and remained England's key opener in the early 1950s. Question 6. Which Australian left-hander of the 1950s was famed for elegant batting and superb fielding? Neil Harvey. Harvey was known for his graceful stroke play and sharp fielding. Question 7. Which Pakistan fast bowler delivered legendary performances, driving early 1950s Test success? Fazal Mahmood. Fazal led Pakistan's bowling in their early Test victories with skill and swing. Question 8. Which South African off-spinner dominated through the 1950s to 1960s, one of their best bowlers? Hugh Tayfield. Tayfield was South Africa's top spinner, known for his accuracy and control. Question 9. Which Indian all-rounder of the 1950s is noted for long service with bat and slow left arm? Vinu Mankad. Mankad was India's key all-rounder, effective with both bat and spin. Question 10. Which Indian batsman nicknamed Polly was a heroic run scorer in late 1940s to 1950s Tests? Polly Umrigar. Umrigar was one of India's leading batsmen and a consistent run scorer. Question 11. Which Australian fast bowler and swing master of the 1950s combined pace with subtle movement? Ray Lindwall. Lindwall was famed for his smooth action and deadly swing bowling. Question 12. Which Australian all-rounder starred with bat and dangerous fast bowling in 1950 sides? Keith Miller. Miller was a stylish all-rounder, excelling as both batsman and fast bowler. Question 13. Which New Zealand all-rounder captained his side through early Test breakthroughs in the 1950s? John Reid. Reid led New Zealand with aggressive batting and steady bowling. Question 14. Which England medium-fast bowler of the early 1950s formed the backbone of post-war bowling? Alec Bedser. Bedser was England's dependable swing bowler after World War II? Question 15. Which Australia captain and leg spinner became a genuine all-rounder by the late 1950s? Richie Benaud. Benaud was a smart captain and attacking leg spinner for Australia. Question 16. Which Indian leg spinner of the 1950s was praised as one of the finest spinners of his time? Subhash Gupta. Gupta was one of the best leg spinners of his generation. Question 17. Which Australian opener scored key runs for the Invincibles and featured in early 1950s tests? Arthur Morris. Morris was a stylish opener and a key part of Don Bradman's Invincibles. Question 18. Which England batting genius known for cavalier strokes ended his career in mid-1950s? Denis Compton. Compton was a flamboyant batsman, loved for his daring stroke play. Question 19. Which West Indies left-arm spinner with Ramadhin in 1950 was 20 and took many key wickets? Alf Valentine. Valentine took vital wickets in the 1950 England tour at just 20 years old. Question 20. Which England spinner played a central 1950s role and later paired with Laker at Surrey? Tony Locke. Locke was a determined left-arm spinner who partnered Laker at Surrey. Question 21. Which West Indies all-rounder debuted in 1954 and became one of cricket's greatest ever players? Garfield Sobers. Sobers became a legendary all-rounder, excelling in every aspect of the game. Question 22. Which New Zealand batsman was famed for courage after injury in a 1953 test versus South Africa? Bert Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe bravely batted after a head injury, scoring 80 while bandaged. Question 23. Which Pakistani batsman scored Pakistan's first Test double century in 1955 against New Zealand? Hanif Mohammad. Hanif was Pakistan's batting mainstay and scored their first double century. Question 24. Which Australian wicketkeeper was the first-choice gloveman throughout most of the 1950s? Gil Langley. Langley was Australia's reliable wicketkeeper known for safe hands. Question 25. Which England captain led his side to regain the Ashes in the 1953 home series after drought? Len Hutton. Hutton captained England to a historic Ashes win after years of defeat. How did you do? Comment your score below. Subscribe to Cricket Quiz Club for daily cricket challenges. See you tomorrow for another quiz.